Welcome to the My Creative Days podcast, where we will talk about all things DIY, home decor, decorating tips, and creating a beautiful home on a budget. I am hoping our time together will spark a creative idea, help you plan your next DIY, or inspire you to finally tackle that project you keep putting off. Grab your favorite cup of motivation and let's chat. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. Today I am answering some questions that were sent in to me on Instagram. As always, please send in your questions. You can message me on Instagram at My Creative Days. You can leave a comment on the posts and the reels that I'm sharing, or reach out to me through email, lindsay@mycreativedays.com. Your emails, your comments, your questions are so helpful when I'm doing the podcast, so I know exactly what you are needing and looking for. So today, I wanted to go ahead and answer these questions because they are so important, and it is something that I get over and over again, and something that I think some people think about, but I think some people don't think about, so it's just good. It's a good refresher for some people, and it's a good learning podcast for those of you that have not done it or are thinking about doing it. So this person has been selling kind of vintage items on eBay, and I don't know if it was Etsy, but kind of smaller items, but they've been refinishing furniture for years, and now they're looking to sell some furniture pieces, their furniture flips and makeovers, which is amazing. That is why I started the Furniture Flipping Academy. I've been flipping furniture for over 20 years, and I kept getting questions like this. And so I needed to create something where I could help these people, one-on-one. And so I created the Academy, where it's a course and a community, and it's so much more than that. I will leave a link to it in the show notes so you can read all about it and get more information about it. But if it is something you are thinking about doing, something you're thinking about starting to sell furniture pieces, your makeovers for a side hustle, just for a little extra money, something you want to do full time, the Furniture Flipping Academy was made for you. So definitely check the show notes for that. But this person wants to get into it, and they wanted to learn about how to use Facebook Marketplace. So number one, I'm going to tell you, Facebook Marketplace is not the only place that you can sell your furniture projects and your furniture makeovers. I think when people think they're flipping furniture, it's like, well, Facebook Marketplace is it. It is a great starting point, and it is, if you want to just stick there, that's great too, but it is not the only place that you can sell your furniture flips. So when inside the Academy, one of the major reasons why I wanted to start the Academy was because I wanted to teach people that there are so many other ways to make income and residual income with a furniture flipping business. And so I teach you all of those ways. Some of them, you're making money while you're sleeping. And so I just want people to, even if you're I wish I would have learned all of this when I was just starting out, but when you are just starting out, you don't know what you don't know. And there are just so many avenues that your furniture flipping side hustle, full-time business, part-time business, whatever it is, whatever it looks like for you, there are so many avenues it can take you in, and the possibilities are endless. So I wanted to include that all inside the Academy. So that was all of a side rant and kind of a shameless plug for the Furniture Flipping Academy that I was not expecting to add here, but I'm super passionate about helping people that want to do this, and so it just came out. So just check the show notes and check the link out. All the information's there. If you have any questions about the Academy, please reach out to me. So this person basically wants to learn how to use Facebook Marketplace to start selling her pieces on there. And so I asked for some more specific questions because that is such a broad, I could spend 2 hours talking about that, but I just said, can you give me more specific questions that I can actually answer? And so number one, is it safe to meet someone alone at a police station? Now, if you are, you're picking up a piece or you're selling a piece and dropping it off, you sold it. I always say, it's never, I would just never go alone, or I would never, if you're having them do a porch pickup, or I always make sure Matt is here when I do that. Or somebody else is here. So it's not like I'm here by myself or, when you go pick something up, it's just nice to have somebody else in the car or, with you. I'm wondering if this person thinks that a police station would just be like their go-to place. So, I mean, you could definitely do that. It's just, is it safe to meet someone alone at a police station? It's the first half of the sentence or the question that it's like, try not to do it alone. If you absolutely have to, then I guess a police station. I've never done a swap or a pickup or a drop off at a police station. So, but I'm sure she's thinking, the police are there and there's extra security. And so yes, I'm sure there's cameras and all of that. But, I was talking to Matt, my husband, about this, and it's like, he's like, well, there's cameras in so many places now. And it's like, yeah, but side note, I am a huge true crime junkie. I listen to podcasts. I watch the Datelines. I watch the 2020s, like all those things. And so it's like, yeah, it's great when you have cameras after the fact that something bad has happened to you. Do you know what I mean? Or to somebody. It's like, cameras are great, but if you're looking at cameras, something bad happened. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't want to get to that point that you're like, where are the cameras so we can see the footage? No, thanks. So I would just rather be, safe and have somebody with me at all times, no matter where you are meeting up for the swap or the sale or the buying, whatever it is. The next question is, how can I recognize a scam? So these are, even seasoned furniture flippers, I will still see them post and they can get caught up in a scam pretty, like they don't know it's a scam until like there's a couple messages in or like something finally within the, not encounter, but within like just the messaging and the talking back and forth, they're like, oh, that's a scam. So one thing, here's my whole thing. I always get an icky feeling or like that gut instinct when I get a message and it's like, wait, what? Like it's the way they ask it. It will not be like the grammar will be off. The words won't be spelled right. There will be extra spaces between the words. If they ever say, I'm going to pay you right now. What's your bank information or you never give that out, right? You never want to give out bank information. If they want to wire you the money, that's a no-no. That's a scam. You can always check their profile. So if, Sarah Kelly is asking you about a dresser you're selling, click on her profile. Does it look legit? Is she from your area? I'm just going to assume you're just selling locally. You're not shipping this. But you can ship your furniture pieces and you can make more money doing that. Again, side note, that is another option. But anyway, do some stalking, stalk their page. Are they legit people? And if somebody says they want to pay for the piece before they see it, I don't want to deter you from that. That has happened to me many, many, many times. But they're not asking for my bank information. They're not going to say, can I wire you the money? They're not going to say, anything like that. It's usually, can I have your Venmo or, if it's PayPal or whatever. But you never want to give out like your full account information, right? You can, send them, your name on your accounts and then they can send it through you that way. And then, if they send the payment, then obviously, it's legit. But, the scammers are out there. If you will just know, you will get that feeling like this doesn't sound right. What they're asking me doesn't seem right. Like you'll just be like, this just seems off. Or you'll be like, that's a little weird, isn't it? Like those, if you are thinking those things, it's a scam. Just know it's a scam. You don't need to go back and forth with the people. And here's the thing. If you're ever questioning, like, this is just a little weird, don't respond at all. If it is somebody that is legit and really wants to buy your dresser, they will get back to you. Like, is it sold? I'd really like to, put this in the nursery, whatever it is. Like they will get back to you. The scammers won't. They just want to see how far they can push you. So they'll reach out, that initial reach out. And then, if you don't bite at that, they usually go away. So if you have any kind of ick, this just does not sound right, the grammar's weird, or the spelling's weird, they have no profile picture. When I look at their profile, it's all blank. Another red flag. It's just those things that you want to look out for. Okay, how do I decide on an asking price for a piece that I have refinished or restored? So I'm not going to go into all of this. I have people that are inside my academy. I give them the full equation that I have come up for this. There is a way to do this so that you are happy, the sellers are happy. You want to make sure there's so many things that you need to take into account, that you want to make sure that you are pricing your pieces right. Knowing how many hours it's going to take, knowing the work that's going to be involved, knowing, do you have to buy new paint? Do you have to buy new hardware? Just there's so much that goes into it, but you definitely need to work out a system so you know that you are pricing it just right. Pricing it to sell, but then also pricing it so that the profit is what you are happy with for the work, the time, and the effort that you put into it. And like I said, check out the show notes for the link to the academy. Inside there, we give you examples of listings and how to get the best price, and all those things are inside the academy. But you definitely just want to make sure that you are happy and you have everything covered when you are setting your price. And that was it. I thought there was another one, but she just kind of went into a little bit more of a story. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Again, please share this podcast with somebody that would find this helpful. I love answering your questions here on the podcast, because I know if one person has the question, many more have the question. And so it just helps everybody. So thank you for everybody and anybody that sends in these questions, because they're the best, and they're my favorite podcast to record. So I hope this was helpful. And until next time, I hope you have a great day. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I'm grateful that you tune in every week and that you share the show with your family and friends. I love having creative chit chats with you, and my hope is that this podcast will inspire you to try a new project, start a DIY that you've been putting off, and decorate your home exactly how you want it. There are a few ways you can help us with the podcast. Follow the podcast so you don't miss an episode. And if you could take a few minutes to leave the podcast a review, that would help us so much. Again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to our chat next week. Bye-bye.